Hi, I'm Miss Jenny with Miss Jenny's Cleaning. In this video, I want to talk about, this is part 2. I want to talk about getting your house ready for the winter or fall cleaning for the inside the home. So let's go ahead and get started. The fall cleaning cleaning in the fall is pretty much like cleaning in the spring, except now we're thinking ahead and we want to be prepared for the things that happen later in the winter, all of our special holidays and celebrations and those kind of things. But if we start now, it won't be such a mad dash in the heat of the moment by the time December rolls around. So let's get started. This is a really good time to focus on your common rooms and getting those deep cleaned. The living room, the dining room, the kitchen, the powder room, places where you would have your company in your home. So those are the places that you may want to go ahead and get all the cobwebs out. Spiders like to come in, and all the other little bugs that are looking for nice warm places. So you want to check your cobwebs, get your baseboards, pull your furniture out and vacuum behind it. Really get down and get all that extra dirt out that has been accumulating. That's somebody who lives here through the summer, the pollen and so on and so forth. This is a really good time to clean your windows. In my other video, cleaning up the outside, I talked about cleaning the outside of the windows, but we want to clean the inside too, because pretty soon we're going to be putting all of our garlands up and our candles in the window, and we want them to be shiny and inviting, and also we want them to be nice and clean so that when you open your curtains and your blinds to let the sun in to help heat your house, because that's a very energy efficient way to keep your energy costs down, you can let more sunshine in. Vacuuming your upholstery is a good time. This is a good time to do it. So vacuuming all, of course, the areas that you sit on, armrests, these lifting those cushions out, doing underneath, see how much money you can make. Oh, we found the remote. Those kind of things. So this is a really good time to get in under all those little cracks and crevices where crumbs and popcorn and whatever accumulates in your furniture. Turning your mattress. This is something that is recommended to do every 6 months anyway. So this is a good time marker to turn your mattress in the fall. Also, cleaning all of your bedding, your comforters, your duvet, your mattress covers, all of your blankets. Clean your pillows. You want to make sure that your pillows stay pretty clean anyway. Those are one of the things that harbor a lot of dust mites, and so on and so forth. And it's so wonderful when you get into a nice warm bed that's nice and clean and it smells good, and it's just getting a good night's sleep. And if you believe in Santa Claus, or your little ones believe in Santa Claus, you want them to sleep really well too, so when it's time to start sneaking the presents under the tree or however you celebrate, they'll be sound asleep, having those little sugar plums dancing in their heads. Fall is also a good time for carpet cleaning. When your windows are open, a lot of dust and pollen and those kind of things come in. People are running in and out all summer long, so you've got things that you pick up on your feet from the yard, dirt, so on and so forth. And carpet cleaning businesses get really, really busy at the end of October. So if you plan now, we're heading in towards the end of September. If you call now, you have your space reserved, so you can get that out of the way before it's too late or they don't have time to fit you in. Another thing we want to do in the fall is get our kitchen ready. Once Thanksgiving comes and the winter holidays, we're doing a lot of baking, we're doing a lot of entertaining. This is a good time to straighten out your cabinets so that you know where everything is and you're more organized when it's time to do those things. It's a good time to inventory your spices, make sure that you have everything. Spices are really only last about a year. And some things you just don't use all the time. So if something's gotten old, throw it away, buy new. By the time you need it, you know what you have and don't have. Check out your baking supplies and your equipment that you use for baking. Make sure that everything is in good working order. Same thing with baking soda, baking powder too loses its strength. So if you're starting to make your pies and your cakes and your cookies and you need your baking powder, now would be a good time to make sure that you have fresh baking powder on hand so that you can start baking when that time comes around. And the same thing with the things that you use. Where are your cookie sheets? Where are your pie pans? Where's your bundt pan and your cake pan and your we call them jelly roll pans, but where I come from, people like to make pumpkin rolls, pumpkin everything, right? But pumpkin rolls, and they're delicious. You know, is your jelly roll pan, is it rusted? Is it warped? You know, all these different things. You want to make sure that everything's ready so that you don't have to worry about getting it at the last minute or going to the store and everybody else has bought them all up and now you don't have it. You know, those kinds of things. Another thing that you might want to do in the fall is pull your, I hate this job. I hate this job, but it's one of those things you really have to do. Pull your refrigerator out, clean behind it, check the tray underneath, make sure that that's clean, and the little, there's a little plug in the bottom of your refrigerator. If you spill something, it drains down into this pan. You want to make sure that that's not clogged. So that's nasty. I hate that job, but it has to be done. So make sure that that's running freely and that any stinky, yucky gunk in the pan is gone. And this is important too. You want to vacuum those coils on the back of the refrigerator. First of all, so that your refrigerator works effectively. But secondly, you know, the dust build up on the back of the refrigerator makes the motor run faster, and it could burn up, and that could be a potential for a fire. So we want to, you know, keep that clean so that everything works well, your food is staying fresh, your refrigerator is working properly, and we're all staying safe. Now's another good time to wash all the glass around your different light fixtures, your ceiling fixtures, the sconces that go over your sink in the bathrooms, anything that has a light, a glass fixture around it, you can take those off and wash them. And a little helpful hint, you can throw those in your dishwasher if you have it, so you don't have to sit there and scrub on them, and then put those back and they're bright and shiny. And the last thing is, I had mentioned this in my first video, but I want to mention it in this one as well because it's another fire hazard. But you want to check the exhaust hose on your dryer vent to make sure that there's no buildup of lint and no little nests from birds and other little critters that may have wanted to go in there to stay warm. So check that and make sure that that's nice and clean and that the air is flowing freely through your filter, not your filter, your hose from your dryer. And then also, this is another good time to have your furnace checked. Make sure that it's igniting properly. Your filter, well, you should be changing your filters every month on your furnaces, or your AC, HVAC system, depending on what you have. And I know a lot of people don't have this, but I have a friend actually who has a wood furnace. She burns wood in her furnace, and so that has a chimney, and you want to make sure that that chimney is clean as well. So those are my inside tips for the fall. Hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, please put it in the link below. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, but I am going to make a checklist, and when I get that done, something that you can maybe print out or at least refer to on your iPad or your desktop, I will put that link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and give my video a thumbs up if you liked what I had to say. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Happy fall, y'all.